Or, well, we got a couple of movies that I'm sure many of you are aware of. We're going to be discussing Jurassic World Dominion. Of course, everybody knows that one. And for all you sports fans out there, we have Hustle, the new Adam Sandler movie. And we'll just say it's not a comedy. Not a comedy, as he's had um, made some really great movies um, since working with Netflix and stuff. So we get those two movies to talk about, and we're gonna dive right into Hustle first. So, um, well, first of all, it is about the 76ers. So Adam Sandler plays Stanley Sugarman, a scout um, for the Sixers, and he he is someone that doesn't want to be a scout, but he's fantastic, of course, at it, and he wants to coach. And the team owner is played by Robert Duvall. At least at first, he plays Rex Merrick, who goes way back with Stanley Sugarman, Adam Sandler's character. And they have a good bond, and he voices his opinion on the current status of all the players that he went to see overseas, and did not agree with the son, Vince Merrick, who was played by Ben Foster. And well, lo and behold, Vince Merrick ends up taking over the team because of a death. And well, he had the coaching job for a hot minute. So he was an assistant coach for the Sixers. Vince decides to not fire him, but send him back on the road, taking away his coaching duties. So basically, Adam Sandler goes back on the road as a scout, and he finds a great player, and he really wanted to make him, the next draft pick for the Sixers the following season. But talking about certain things, so we're going to talk about the acting um, believability. Now, Adam Sandler does a good job playing the scout, and Bo Cruz is the recruit that Adam Sandler tries to get the 76ers to bite on. And he is played by Juancho Hernan Gomez. So he's the hot prospect that Stanley Sugarman wants, but uh, Vince Merrick does not want him to be the draft pick, and basically mocks, you know, Stanley Sugarman, throughout the movie. They don't get along. So, um, so there's this clash, of trying to get him to, be the decision to go forward. And Vince Merrick fights him basically tooth and nail the whole way. And every time he gets a chance to showcase him, he doesn't perform his best as he keeps facing off against Kermit Wiltz, another player that is subject of a draft, and that is played by Anthony Edwards. Um, so Vince Merrick wants him, and you know, kind of mocks Bo Cruz throughout the movie, and along with Stanley Sugarman. So I gave actor believability because that's basically Adam Sandler and Juancho Hernan Gomez. you know, Adam Sandler did a fine job playing Stanley Sugarman. You know, but the Bo Cruz character was a little dry. You know, kind of, but you can tell he wasn't, an actor. But he did a good job. So I gave it an 8 for actor believability. Um, so it wasn't bad. That was pretty good, especially for an Adam Sandler acting job. Even though he's a much better actor than what he gets credit for, but 8 is a good B rating. The supporting cast. I mean, you're talking, Queen Latifah, Ben Forster, who is a very fine actor. In case you don't know who he was also in 910 to Yuma. So he played one of the villains, of course, and did a good job. Also, of course, Robert Duvall, who is a great actor. Um, so, so that goes without saying. But Kenny Smith, Anthony Edwards was also in it. Um, also, Jaleel White, he played Blake, the scouting director. So, um, and Jordan Hull, the daughter of Stanley Sugarman and Teresa Sugarman, played by Queen Latifah. So Jordan Hull did a great job, getting into this role, stepping in as the daughter. Not a whole lot of airtime in the movie, but she did a good job. So you got to point out the job of you know a young rising star. This movie was directed by Jeremiah Zager, and I say that because when you look at the production and the screenwriting and all of that, that makes up a lot of what the director does. So with changes to maybe the script and stuff like that. Um, so the screen writing, we gave it a 9, written by Will Fetters and Taylor Matern. Oh, God. Ah. So they did a great job with the script. So the screenwriting gave it a 9. Oh, and by the way, the supporting cast 8.5 in case you were keeping track at home. um, whew, get a little frog in my throat. It must be Kermit, maybe Kermit Wiltz, played by Anthony Edwards. Um, no, but production gave it an 8.9, not quite a 9. I think with the production, I think they could have done a little more with the basketball segments. Um, I think that's why it lost some points. Is that they had some basketball in it. Of course, it is a basketball movie, but I don't think they had enough of game time. Um, so the music and sound gave it a 10. The music and sound in this movie was fantastic. Background 9. I thought they did a very good job of making you believe where they were. Is what it was about. Whether it was in a schoolyard basketball game or whatever it was. Entertainment factor put it as an 8. There were a lot of parts that was information kind of thing, but it didn't lose the factual and intensity of the situation in the movie. So I think it did a very good job with that. The ending, fantastic. I love the ending. I'm not going to give it away, so don't worry about that. Um, but you're going to love the ending, because everybody assumes what's going to happen at the end, and it's not what happens. Um, and watchability, actually got it on right now again. So I put the watchability as an 8. as a sports fan, I really enjoy the movie, and I can watch this more than once. So I think that's going to be said to a lot of basketball fans. I think most of the basketball fans will watch it at least twice, and sports fans will probably watch it at least twice. So you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. So that is Hustle. Um, Overall, I gave it an 87.4 for a rating. B plus. You know, it's a really good movie, and Adam Sandler did not disappoint with this one. It's a Happy Madison production, so um, well, you get all of Happy Madison with all of Adam Sandler's movies. So definitely go check it out, especially if you're a sports fan. If you're a sports fan, this will be on your list of repeat views. So you definitely want to check it out, and you definitely want to check out HavenShine.net for all of our movie reviews. Everything we do, we put it on here at HavenShine.net. So please, by all means, get on there and you know get your voices going. That's what we want to see. We want to see the fans out there posting comments and stuff like that. So get involved. Get involved. That's all I can tell you is get involved. Um, so yeah, so that is that. We're gonna move on, of course, to the next movie, which is Jurassic World Dominion. I went to see it on my birthday, which was this past Saturday. Okay, so starring Chris Pratt, Owen Grady, Bryce Dallas Howard, Claire Deering, Laura Dern as Ellie Sattler, Sam Neill as Alan Grant, Jeff Goldblum as Dr. Ian Malcolm, and lots of supporting cast. So you have the old cast and the new cast both in this one. This is probably the last one, and when you watch the movie and the ending, you will understand why they will do that. But it does still leave it open, in case they come up with another script that will have the dinosaurs and the people to go along with it. Um, so it doesn't, it ends, but it doesn't, you know, end with no dinosaurs. So that is about the only thing I will give away. You don't have to worry about another extinction either way. So there will be people and there still will be dinosaurs. So it does leave it open for another one, but it looks like it certainly ends. Um, Certainly a great run for a franchise. I love these movies, and this one did not disappoint. So, talking about those actors are the you know the stars of the movie. So actor believability, when you check off the list of each one of them, you get a total of a 9 for actor believability because you really truly believe these people belong in that role and that's what they are doing for a living. So like you don't mistake them, you know, in any way. They are that character, and a 9 is a very, very solid number. I very rarely give 10s for acting. So, and I'm not even sure I've done that in the past, except for maybe Lord of the Rings, maybe some Tombstone. Um, but all in all, I generally give 9s or a 9.5 if they're that good. If they're that good. Supporting cast, another, you know, heavy list. DeWanda Wise plays Kayla Watts, a new character. Um, Mamadou Athey plays Ramsey Cole. Hope I got his name right. That's not an easy name to go through. Isabella Sermon plays Maisie Lockwood. Campbell Scott plays Lewis Dodson. B.D. Wong returns as Dr. Henry Wu. Again, obviously, you saw them in the original cast, and you saw him in Jurassic World cast. So Dr. Henry Wu is still there and still part of the the cast, and also new in the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park franchise. Daichin Lachman or Lachman plays Soyana Santos. In case you do not know who she is a character in Animal Kingdom um, on TNT. So she plays a pretty good role, and she is the one that dare I say kidnaps one of the cast and brings them to um, Campbell Scott's character, Lewis Dodson. I'm trying not to give anything away, so um, I don't want to say what it is, but and she kidnaps a character and brings that character to Lewis Dodson, played by Campbell Scott. Um, Again, like the supporting cast does a fantastic job. I gave the supporting cast an 8. Um, I thought, some of the characters were a little shallow. Um, you know, like I thought maybe Lewis Dodson might have been better. He didn't play like a big role in this. I thought they could have explored that a little more. That might be the biggest thing out of it. Um, but all in all, a solid score for a supporting cast. Um, had a lot of eggs in the stars, so the stars basket. So that's that. Look, you're going to talk about the writers. So Derek Connolly wrote the story, but Emily Carmichael and Colin Trevorrow, who also directed, Colin Trevorrow was also the director. So those two did a great job with the screen writing, and the storyline was fantastic as well. So I gave them a 9 on each of those, and the simple reason is you had to somehow find a way to connect the old cast with the new cast that previously weren't talked about in the same sentence. So um, so I think tying that up, and then when you first see them all on the screen at the same time, was kind of awesome. It was kind of awesome. Um, so that was a, kind of a special moment for fans of this franchise. So they did a great job. Of course, Spielberg, you know, the production 8.9. Oh, no, sorry. That was not this. It was 9.5. Sorry. That was 9.5 for the production. Look, they didn't leave anything, off the table on this one. This was fantastic. There was only one scene where I thought the dinosaur was kind of lame. Um, it didn't look very real, but it was only like this little one where it was like this kind of creepy looking, and it can tell it was mechanical because it just didn't look right. But it wasn't anything that they were running from or anything. It was just kind of like a table thing. As somebody was petting it. I can't want to say who because I don't want to leave anything, for you to wonder how it was. Um, so no spoilers. I'm really trying not to give a spoiler away. So yeah, so definitely the 9.5 for the production, the music, of course, 10, a 10. Like it was absolutely incredible. You get, you know, the music at the right times. Background 10, background a 10, because where they are, it just looks right. Everything looked right. The background of the characters were great, and that is all the characters. So um, entertainment factor. You will not be bored. We'll just say that this movie was spectacular between chases and dinosaur fights and a whole bit. Fantastic entertainment factor a 10. Because even when you are not dealing with the dinosaurs, you are being entertained. Um, the ending, loved how it ended. I think it really tied up a franchise, a historic and prehistoric franchise. And I gave the ending a 9. I loved it. I think, like I said, it can leave it open in case there's a script that happens to find its way, you know, to the forefront, and they decide to make another one. Um, but it does close it, and you do feel like you are satisfied with that ending. Watchability. Look, you're gonna watch this again. Guarantee you're gonna watch this again. And I gave it a 9. It's very watchable. People are gonna be able to now do a marathon of not of 6 movies, and you're not gonna feel, slighted in any sense. Um, and I know there's people that felt like the Lost World was then not good, but I liked it. I thought it was good, and I liked it. But overall, the Jurassic World Dominion, I give it a 92. So it is in our must-see movies. Must see, yes. So chalk that one up for another movie on the list. Um, and on a little side note, as we before we head on out of here, um, there's some TV shows that we're going to be reviewing soon. Including Halo, um, that Dirty Black Bag, and a whole bunch of others. The Boys return, so we'll have a review at the end of the season. Um, and so go check out these things. Go see these movies. Get on HavenShine.net, so that way you can go see the list of must-see movies that we have already reviewed. Um, hopefully we just keep adding more and more and more. I know I've seen several movies in recent weeks, and those will be added. Some not so good. I've had some really bad ones that I've seen, but I've seen some really good ones, and I do have to say, the Bad Guys animated is a definitely must see for children, and I think adults will like it too. Um, so yeah, so we just did Jurassic World Dominion with a 92, and Hustle with an 87.4. Must see is Dominion. If you're a sports fan, you must see Hustle, because that was fantastic. And I'm glad that everybody get to check this out, and hopefully you post some comments and let us know how we're doing, and let us know what movies you want us to review, um, especially if they have not made it on the list. So again, Jurassic World Dominion, a must see, joins Tombstone, joins Lord of the Rings trilogy, Avatar, a bunch of other movies that are must see. Beverly Hills Cop along with that. So go check out HavenShine.net, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.